Okay, so welcome back to Chronicon. Now this episode is going to be... Oh, Jesus, music. How do I shut the music up? Audio... Alright, let's just shut the music up for a second. Because when I tried to launch this on Steam today, it spent like 5 minutes downloading an update, which means the game has been changed in certain ways, and there's a little patch log, so we're going to look at the most recent update. This video isn't going to be gameplay of Chronicon, it's just going to be me looking through the update and like putting my thoughts out there on it. But because this is such like an... I wouldn't say like a pointless thing, but it isn't much of a thing. Like I wouldn't feel alright putting just this up for my daily video on the channel, so I'm going to put this and a gameplay video up. So anyone who cares about the updates can look at them, and someone who just wants to watch the gameplay can do that, and someone who wants both can look at both. Anyway, 0.42 areas. The Fallen Temple first area layout slightly changed so you find the quest before the barracks. I didn't know you couldn't, I found it fine. Because stuff's randomly spawned, I think, so stuff gets a bit weird at times. The servant dormitory, so that's where my character currently has like their... That's where I am at the minute. Made slightly smaller and changed the generation layout a bit. It used to be like 8 rooms, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom with a hallway in the middle. I don't know what it is now. The upper temple, so that's new to me, has more rooms, has a waypoint. And the lower temple halls is smaller, which is good, and it leads to the temple hallways, which is also good, because the lower temple halls were absolutely fucking humongous, and I thought I had to clear them up, because I had a quest that said clear out all the undead, but I didn't read that it meant only in a certain area. So the first chapter has a bunch of new areas, increased chance of champions and elites spawning in most small or optional areas. That's quite cool, so if you go into a room that you don't need to go in, there's more likely to be cool stuff in there. Chamber of meditation and healing, I assume that helps you out as you try and fight. Like, it's a place to go heal. Bosses. Slightly changed the intros of bosses in Act 1. Yeah, because I remember bumping into Captain Moore and he's like, you will suffer, and then your soul shall suffer, something like that. Not the warlock guy from Hearthstone, but close enough to it. And he just kind of screamed that, and then the boss fight started, and this is basically closing some doors, making some walls wrap around you. It'll just add a new depth to it. Captain Moore is faster. No, he didn't need to be faster, he needed to fuck off. Added a new boss to the main story of the game in Act 1. Mundus the Feted, like covered in feet. Bosses now drop crystals, you get money from bosses, hopefully lots. Bosses no longer have elemental weaknesses or resistance, or is for a more challenge for... Okay, so apparently fire used to be overpowered because all the bosses were apparently weak to it. Maybe undead are just weak to fire, and that's why fire-based builds were the best. I don't know, because I started off holy and then switched to lightning, so that was never relevant to me. But that's good, because... It's good and bad, because if you have 4 people with you, 3 people with you, you're playing it as 4, you can play around it, and you can have the people that are good against the boss do all the damage and the other guys just kind of kite him around. But when you play it on your own like I am, if the boss has bonus holy resistance and low fire, and I'm spec'd into holy, like, I'm the only guy there that can hurt him, so it kind of fucks me over. But that's good. I think that's good, but other people who play as like 2 or 3 won't find that as good. Act 1, Quest 1 flow updated, descriptions and names updated, optional quests. Yes, optional quests. Bosses now have much higher chances of high quality loot on heroic and legendary, and lower chances on normal and casual. So this is like a nerf to me, because I'd kill like a boss or like a random mob and get like 15 epics and a legendary and a unique. It's like, oh god, what am I going to do with all this? Higher difficulty adds more magic find. Oh, so when you kill stuff, it's the little blue orbs that replenish your mana pools. There's going to be a lot more of those, which is only on higher difficulties, which is good because the higher the difficulty, the more health. So the more mana you spend fighting stuff. Basically, it's the more time you spend fighting, but the more time you spend fighting, the more mana you lose. Unless you're lightning and you have free attacks like me. Increased amount of elite packs on heroic and legendary. That's kind of irrelevant to me, but it seems fair enough. The higher the difficulty you go, the harder the stuff you should fight. Increase the boundary of which skills are removed from the screen. They can now be active just off the screen for a while before disappearing. I don't know what that is. Ooh, lightning! Blazing fists, updated visuals. Oh, that's Berserker. Never mind. Fists of Fury, I'm just gonna go to Templar. Ooh, Spark Strike, Sparkle Strike, oh god. Glitter! So Spark Strike, oh Jesus, I can't even say it now. Has updated visuals, so that should look a lot better. Chain Lightning, nice. Warlock, that's irrelevant to me. So they didn't change the... Oh yeah, they did. Warden, Chain Lightning. Oh, so I thought I had a Chain Lightning thing, but I don't know. Okay, so items. Epics are no longer called epics, as it was pointed out. They are very epic. They're now called... Oh, this is me! Yeah, I said that. Well, I don't know if anybody else did, but I said it, and it's changed, which is quite cool. So now they're just called rare. So there's common, enchanted, rare, and then does the next thing get... I don't know. So everything's been made of unique and legendary, and so everything's been adjusted slightly so that the epic rarity is like either renamed or gone completely, or everything's been moved down one. Which is good, because calling stuff epic when, like, I had especially good RNG, but I played through it like the first level and my inventory was full of epics so much that I set the loot to only show up on epics, which is another thing that just reminded me. Keys only come up as enchanted, which means if you set the filter for loot to epic, you never get told to pick up keys. So maybe keys should be regarded as like unique or legendary or something, which is weird because they're just keys, but you need to have them come up on the loot to know to pick them up. I don't know, or you can just look and pay attention, but I'm too lazy for that. Molten Orb rolls less fire damage. Okay. I didn't have any of those anyway. Okay, so there are now rings, loops, iron bands, and circlets. So are they... Amulet, necklace, and medallion. So are these different inventory slots that you can equip to different places? Or is that just, like, different names for the accessories that you can equip? Added the following unique and legendaries. Okay, I have no idea what any of those are, and I'm probably not going to get them for a while. So we'll see when I get there. Sets. Okay, so they slightly changed 2 of the sets, that's fair enough. I can't comment on half of the stuff because I haven't gotten that far in the game. I'm only level 13, 14, but I'm still on the first area in like the first hall of the first area. I've only beaten the first boss in the first area, and there's 5 areas. Monsters. Okay, so some monsters have bigger pack sizes, and special monsters have either less or more health or a mixture. Okay, so if something gets the affinity super health, it's been nerfed horribly, but elites and champions have a lot more health than normally. Okay, so champions are now named in a different colour. That's quite cool because you'll be able to see it a bit better. Ooh, tougher monsters give more experience. That's really good. And new variations of monsters in Act 1, yeah, because I've been fighting nothing but like screechers, ghosts, ghouls, and skeleton guards. Like 4 things is a decent variety, but not that much, so we'll see what else we get. Trying to think, was there anything else I fought? I don't think so. Explosive monsters, Jesus Christ. Wraiths cast blood bolts instead of purple magic projectiles. Evasive monsters are less evasive. Now, I never found a problem with that, because you just have to back them in a wall and then they like dodge backwards into the wall. Oh, in Act 2, okay. I didn't play Act 2 yet, so that's... Ranged warping monsters, da-da-da. Oh, melee enemies warp more often, having a shorter cooldown. Elven rangers of all kinds. Wait, I'm going to be fighting elven rangers? Reduced damage of all stags. What? Ooh, sound effects. That's good. Sounds to the skill trees. One for spending a point and reaching max rank. A new achievement to beat Mundus. Oh god, I should be careful reading this stuff, because some of this might be spoilers. Like, they're all just names and stuff, but... The new icon for restless sleep. Movement should feel more responsive, faster acceleration. Yes! Oh, I don't think I mentioned it, but I should have, but you can now use the left analog stick on gamepads to navigate menus, because you had to use, like, you get yourself your 360 controller, and then you have to use this D-pad thing to do all the menus, and now you can use this, which is good, because that's what you move to run around on anyway, so he was already using it to run around, so why can't we use it for the menus? And now we can, which is great. Which means I'll be flailing around less on the menus. Gambling and getting a unique item now plays a sound. Oh, waypoints now automatically activate, so you can't just run past them and miss them. The Deepwood Shrine. Oh, what? Reduced experience needed to get from levels 1 to 5. That's not good, I'm already 13. Oh god, characters start at 0. Oh, okay. So some people are confused that at level 1 you had a skill point, which isn't new to me at all, like that just makes sense. But if you've played like a lot of Skyrim, when you start you don't have a skill point to put in. But now you start at level 0 and get leveled up when you play it, so it makes sense that you have a skill point, kind of. Added option to reset progress. What? Oh, okay, so you can... So you keep all your levels, but it like resets the story so you can play fresh. I guess, if some people want that. I mean, it's something that I don't think I would ever use, but it's something that you may as well have in the game if somebody wanted it. Stat tracking for the amount of elite monsters you've killed, stat tracking for items dropped. Sergeant Jorgen now drops you a key for his chest. Nice. Oh, what? Increased price of gambling? Gambling's been nerfed! You can no longer push enemies by walking into them. Oh, what? That's how I, like, knock people into walls. Announcements on screens are drawn higher to be less obstructing. Trapped refugees, whatever that is. Improved text readability as I'm, like, here, like... trying to read the stuff because the background's really abstract and it's like got a slightly light grey that you see through with white text. It's like, yeah. Player level is now displayed on the HUD. That's another thing I suggested. Obviously, other people, like if I've thought of it, I imagine other people have as well. Normal difficulty is now the default rather than casual. Fixed tabbing out to stop the mouse, that's never been relevant to me because I use the controller. Yeah. Fixed inventory instantly closing when binding it to open on gamepad B button as B cancel. Oh, B is the cancel button to close the inventory. This is when I bound the inventory to open on B, whenever I press B it both binds to open it and close whatever's open. Oh, that's so... I could have put it on any button and it would have been fine if it wasn't B, and I put it on B. But that fix, I know 100% is just for me, because I mentioned it twice. It was in my main episode, and then I made that stupid fucking skeleton clinky sound video of it as well. Fixed gamepad, in multiplayer, irrelevant to me, but it's good for everybody else. Fix the crash on leveling up during a boss fight. Holy shit, thank god that never happened. Fix the High Priest. Well, I'm about to fight him soon, I feel, because I have stuff to do involving a priest. Getting him stuck on corners. Oh, what? I wanted to get him stuck in corners. Ragnarok Guard, granting for Oh god. Typos. Experience being displayed incorrectly. The coin icon being shifted to the right. See, it says here, fix the shared stash not being refreshed for all players. I genuinely still don't know, because I haven't made another character yet. You can see it whenever I load my character. Although sometimes... No, I'm pretty sure I start in the game anyway, but... I have no idea whether the shared stash box is only relevant for people in the game session, or whether I can log out of my one character, go on, like, make a brand new Berserker and then pick up items out with it, like healing potions or whatever. Fixed Monka spell, monster spell, projectiles, elite champions. And there we go. So there's a load of crashes fixed. Oh god, thank god I never sold stuff in stacks. But yeah, that's 0.42. There's a bunch of changes. Some of them I didn't read. You can read them yourself if you pause the video. You're a quicker reader than me. Most of it I didn't have comments on, but you might. Some of it I think may have been thanks to me, but not exactly. I'm not trying to brag by saying that, because the guy gave me a free copy of the game, so I make the videos, I write a little post about them, I make the videos and comments on the game, and then I point out stuff I think could improve it. But I do always say don't take what I say too seriously, because some of my improvements might be awful ideas, but stuff like fixing that B button back menu thing, not many people who got the free copy would have done that, because most of them are playing on keyboards rather than controllers, and even then they might not rebind the inventory, and even then they might not rebind it to B, so stuff like that I think that I found, and I'm proud of that. But yep, that's pretty much it for this video. We're 16 minutes going through the patch notes. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!